So,
Hello and welcome to Having a Chat. And we're doing not really a part two, but more of like a revised version of a video we've already done, which is what's next for the Monsterverse. Previously, we had done one early in the year prior to Godzilla vs. Kong's release, but now we've both seen Godzilla vs. Kong, so this is like based on the evidence now.
Yeah.
Where do we think the Monsterverse is going to go? So I guess first thing I'll throw out there is the rumored next film, the most heavily rumored next film, is Son of Kong. So I guess we kind of start from there. Like, let's say both of our theories have to incorporate that,
Right.
so it's at least a little bit different than the original video. I don't want to repeat ourselves too much. So let's go in assuming that Son of Kong is going to be the next movie, and if it's not called Son of Kong, it's some Kong Hollow Earth movie.
Yeah.
Set after the events of Godzilla vs. Kong. So, do you have anything off the top of your head? You got some ideas, some predictions, what you think is coming next for the Monsterverse?
I mean, honestly, I'm not entirely sure after watching Kong versus Godzilla. I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential. We have a lot of monsters we haven't thoroughly explored. And just by like how things left between the two big boys, I would assume that next time we see them on the same screen together would be more of like a team up from day one sort of scenario, because they've had their bouts. You know, Godzilla came out on top. He's like, hey, I'm the big bitch, you know, you're welcome here, but you know, I have my fair share of the women. So that's what I would imagine the next film would be. It would be a team up against some sort of, you know, mutual threat.
So like Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah, instead of versus, and they come together at the end. And I can't remember actually what I said for the previous video, but I'm still kind of hoping that this is all leading to a Destroya coming into picture, because this incarnation of Godzilla has proven to be wildly more powerful than pretty much anything we've ever seen. So I think only something quite on the next level would be even remotely a challenge at this point. Kong's a powerful boy, but you know, he's really defenseless in the grand scheme of things when it comes to armor, I guess.
So your proposed Godzilla and Kong movie is coming after Son of Kong?
Yes.
What do you think's happening in Son of Kong?
Son of Kong, well, I think Kong has kind of wormed his way into being the protagonist of the Monsterverse in a way. Because, I don't know, just from Godzilla versus Kong, you seem to kind of like follow him, and then Godzilla's more just kind of like a buddy. But
well, no, I think in Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla's like more... He's in it for himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Godzilla is not necessarily a protector or a hero. He's like an animal defending his territory, and when he saves humans, it's kind of like a benefit for us. Like, oh no, King Ghidorah is destroying the world. Well, good thing he's destroying the world on Godzilla's turf, or else we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Like, if Godzilla wasn't super territorial, he wouldn't be necessarily our protector. So I think, and that's something I like. I think that Godzilla is more of a force of nature, whereas Kong is more of a protagonist, like you put it.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I was trying to say. So, I mean, I don't know, the whole idea of this Hollow Earth has really just kind of expanded my thinking to a whole new level. Like, now that that's in the picture, it's like, I don't know, there's so many ways they could take it. With Son of Kong, I'd hope it'd be a little less, I don't know, I really hated the original Son of Kong with the albino version or whatever I think he was.
Yeah.
And that left a pretty sour taste in my mouth, because
it was like almost over 100 years ago. It's like a 90-year-old movie.
Yeah.
So I think you're probably fine in that it won't be similar.
No, it won't be similar. I don't mean like any outdated thing. I just didn't like Carl Denham's, you know, kind of progression in that film is all I'm saying, really. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's a bit less of that, where they're just basically using an animal to find a jewel, and then he just dies, and that's the movie.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that they're doing, or the rumored film is Son of Kong, because to me that creates some hurdles for the writing department in terms of, first of all, introducing new Kongs, new monkeys, and then having Kong get it on with another Lady Kong, and then having a son, or maybe it's an adopted son.
Yeah.
Maybe he finds a lone younger monkey, and Kong takes him under his wing.
Yeah. Like, who's he breeding with? I thought he was specifically the last of his kind at this point.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the implication is that it'll be adopted. I think that'll be the implication. Or maybe it won't even be an implication. Maybe it'll just be like they're in the Hollow Earth, and there'll be like that moment where it's like, in the trailer, where they're like, I can't believe it. It can't be. And they'll just take a bunch of like surprised reactions, and then they'll be like, it's another Kong. Or they'll just deliberately say the title, be like, it's the son of Kong.
Beautiful.
But in the movie, it'll be like, I guess you could say he's the son of Kong. You know, some stupid joke.
Won't deny the return of the king.
Yeah, so I have a hunch for Son of Kong, and I don't actually have too much of a theory about it as much as I think it's more or less going to be similar to Skull Island in that it'll be a very human adventure, very oriented towards like humans getting from a point A to point B.
Very Skull Island like.
So I think plot beat wise, it'll hit a lot of the same beats that Skull Island hit.
Yeah, probably.
With just introducing a new Son of Kong. But going past Son of Kong, I am in a similar boat as you, but I think I've thought maybe a little bit further ahead in terms of what movies will be coming out. I think we will get a standalone Godzilla 3 before he teams up with Kong again. And I think what we could possibly see in a standalone Godzilla 3 is some kind of threat related to Godzilla, whether that's a Mechagodzilla Mark II, although I think that'd be a little lame, or Biollante.
That'd be interesting.
You know, like maybe they start doing experiments with Godzilla's DNA, like these eco-terrorists start trying to figure out a way to defeat Godzilla, or to have their own Godzilla that isn't necessarily a Mechagodzilla, and they create Biollante. And then after this third Godzilla movie, where it'll be like King of the Monsters, but a new monster. And I think what really has to be set up here now is they have to go further with the suggestion that King Ghidorah came from space. And I would love to see a new alien. I'll say Gigan. I want to see Gigan come in the picture, come to Earth, and set up the events of a Godzilla and Kong versus the, and you know, I don't know if they'll get the rights to do Zillions or Black Hole Planet 3 monsters or whatever, or if they'll just come up with their own aliens, but I would love to see an alien monster show up to Earth, and then you can have Millie Bobby Brown say some shit like, when Ghidorah put out the call, it wasn't just for here on Earth.
Oh, that's something she would absolutely say.
Yeah, and so... Or it'll be Michael Chandler being like, when Ghidorah put out the call. I don't actually remember what Michael Chandler sounds like, but basically Michael Chandler will say the same thing.
Spot on impression.
This world isn't just, the world isn't just for Godzilla. The universe is...
Now, these people in these movies speak in trailer stings.
Yeah.
So you have to like think about the dialogue like that.
These are dangerous times.
Godzilla's out there and he's hurting people and we don't know why.
There's something provoking him that we're not seeing here.
I'm of the same opinion.
The myths are real. There was a war, and they're the last ones standing. Kong bows to no one.
Yeah. So that's what I think and hope is that they went all the way with the Hollow Earth. So now all they have to do is go all the way with space. And now that they've done both the Hollow Earth and Mechagodzilla in one movie, I'm confident that they're gonna go all the way with the space angle. So I would love to see, even if they don't do Gigan, if they did like a Kaiser Ghidorah, like the big boss. If you don't know who Kaiser Ghidorah is, it's like the big meaner Ghidorah with 4 legs instead of 2.
Yeah, you know.
So we'll see. Better. So yeah, I think we'll get after Son of Kong. I think there'll be another standalone Godzilla film, and then we'll get the team up movie.
Even if it's not Son of Kong, I think we will also get one more Kong movie by himself too. Yeah, because he's only had Skull Island. I think he needs another to kind of, you know, step in the fray a bit more. Godzilla's already had 2 at this point.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that I think what I've gathered just based on promotional materials that Legendary feels very attached to Godzilla, and they're really proud of what they've created, it seems like. But yeah, so I think after Son of Kong, provided that, and there's always the possibility that that's it after. That's true. There's always that possibility. But I think realistically, if they're already planning another Son of Kong and Toho's willing to play ball and let them make another couple Godzilla movies, I think it's possible that we get to see at least one more team up movie and one more standalone Godzilla movie.
Yeah, I would hope. I mean, if I had my way, this would continue into the end of time. But
Yeah.
that's not how things work.
No. But yeah, so that's all for this episode, I think.
Yeah.
More or less just our kind of post. This is the first time we've seen each other since
It's been a
quarantine
while.
been lifted. So we
Bit
just
of a
wanted
loose
to get
video.
yeah, a bit of a loose one, but it's nice to be back. So thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
watching, having a chat.
We'll be back.
There we go. There's one.
There you go. That went pretty good.